felt that pit in your stomach when someone tells you no? Or maybe it's that cold silence when you texted someone and they never texted back. Or that generic email that says, "We've decided to move forward with another candidate." It stings, doesn't it? It doesn't matter if it's a romantic partner, a hiring manager, a friend, or even a stranger. Rejection just hits different. It feels personal. It feels like someone is looking straight at you and saying, "You are not enough." And I think we have all been there more times than we'd like to admit. I want to talk about rejection today, and I'm not just going to tell you that it's going to be okay, because I know in the moment that feels empty. I want to talk about how to actually deal with it, how to use it, how to let it transform you, and how to stop letting the fear of it run your life. We are going to dive into rejection in relationships, in business and career, and in our everyday lives. Because trust me, when you learn how to handle the no, you actually unlock the door to the biggest yes of your life. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're returning here, I am so grateful that you're back, and I'm on a mission to help you glow from the inside out. If that sounds like you might want to consider subscribing. But let's get into it, because I think this is a topic that stops so many of us from living the lives we actually want to live. I used to be terrified of rejection. Absolutely terrified. I would avoid applying for jobs if I thought I wasn't a perfect match. I would stay in relationships that were clearly not serving me because I was so scared of being the one who got left behind. I would dim my light around certain friends just so I could fit in. And it is exhausting, It is a heavy weight to carry around, constantly trying to curate yourself so that nobody has a reason to say no to you. But over the years, and I mean really through trial and error and a lot of tears, I have shifted my entire perspective on rejection. And I want to share that with you today. Because I promise you, the things I used to think were the biggest failures of my life, the rejections that absolutely broke my heart, were actually setting me up for the life that I have right now, the life that I absolutely love. Let's start with relationships, because I think this is the one that cuts the deepest. There is something so visceral about being rejected by someone you love or someone you care deeply about. I remember a time in my life when I went through a really tough breakup. It wasn't one of those mutual, we grew apart situations. It was a situation where I was all in, head over heels, and the other person just wasn't feeling it. And they told me, and it was brutal. I remember going home, closing the door, and just sobbing on the floor. I thought I had messed up my one shot at happiness. I thought about everything I had done wrong, every text I shouldn't have sent, every word I shouldn't have said. I replayed the conversations in my head over and over again, looking for the exact moment where I messed it up. And for weeks, I felt like a failure. I felt unlovable. I felt like I wasn't pretty enough or funny enough or just enough. And you know what? That rejection consumed me. It impacted my work, it impacted my friendships, and it impacted my self-esteem. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to meet anyone new. I just wanted to hide, because I thought if this person who I trusted and opened my heart to could reject me, then everyone else would eventually do the same. But here's the thing that I didn't realize at the time. That rejection was actually a gift. I know that sounds so cliche, and trust me, when I was on the floor crying, I did not want to hear that. But looking back, I realized that relationship wasn't built on a solid foundation. I was ignoring so many red flags because I wanted to be chosen so badly. I was settling for crumbs because I thought that's all I deserved. And when that person rejected me, they actually freed me. They freed me from a future where I would have been constantly anxious, constantly walking on eggshells, constantly trying to prove my worth to someone who was never going to see it. That no was the universe putting a hard stop to a path that would have actually broken me down even more. Because of that rejection, I had to sit with myself. I had to figure out who I was without that relationship. I had to learn to love my own company, and that is a gift that nobody can take away from me. I started therapy, I started journaling, I started looking inward instead of outward for validation, And I eventually found the most amazing partner. And I know he is the one for me. But if I hadn't been rejected by that previous person, I would have never been available for him. I would have been stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. So if you are going through a relationship rejection right now, I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to understand that you didn't lose your person. The universe was just redirecting you. There is someone out there who will look at you and see you for everything you are, and they won't run away. They will run towards you. That rejection isn't a statement about your value. It's a statement about the alignment or lack thereof between you and that other person. There's no mistakes. Everything happens for a reason. Let's move on to business and career, because this is a whole other beast. This is the rejection that often feels like a judgment on your competence, your intelligence, and your worth in society. I have a story for you. A few years ago, I was pitching myself to a brand that I absolutely idolized. This was a massive, huge company that I had been dreaming of working with since I started my journey. I spent weeks on the pitch deck. I spent hours on the video. I poured my heart and soul into it. I was so confident. I was like, yeah, this is it. This is the moment my career takes off. I sent it in with such high hopes, and I waited, and after a few weeks of silence, I got the email. And you know what it said? It was a polite, generic, "Thank you for your interest, but we are not moving forward at this time." I was devastated. I remember staring at my computer screen and feeling a wave of shame wash over me. I started questioning everything. I thought, are my skills just not good enough? Is my content not up to par? What did I do wrong? I felt like a fraud. I felt like maybe all my success up until that point had just been luck, and this was the moment the other shoe dropped. I let that rejection sit with me for a while. I felt sorry for myself, honestly. But then something clicked. I realized I had two choices. I could let this no defeat me, and I could go into a shell and never pitch anyone again. Or I could use it as fuel. And I chose the latter. I took that rejection and I tore that pitch deck apart. I looked at it objectively and I saw things I could have done better. I refined my skills. I got better at articulating my value. And you know what happened? About a month later, a different brand, a brand that actually aligned more with my values and my style, reached out to me. Like, they had seen my work and they loved it. And not only did they want to work with me, but the offer was actually better than the one I had originally been seeking. If that first brand had said yes, I would have never been available for the brand that actually valued me more. I would have been stuck in a contract that was less aligned just because I was so desperate for a yes. There was another time when I was working a corporate job and I wanted a promotion so badly. I was working overtime. I was saying yes to every project. I was trying to prove myself, and when the promotion time came, they gave it to someone else. I was so angry. I felt so underappreciated. I felt like all my hard work had been for nothing. But honestly, looking back, if I had gotten that promotion, I would have been even more stuck in that toxic environment. I would have had more responsibilities and a slightly bigger paycheck, but I would have been even more miserable. The rejection of that promotion is actually what pushed me over the edge to start focusing on my own business. I was like, if they don't see my value, I'm going to go build my own thing where I set the value. And that was the beginning of my journey to becoming a full-time content creator. That no in my career was the best yes I never knew I needed. So if you are dealing with a career rejection right now, a job you didn't get, a pitch that was denied, a client who ghosted you, I want you to reframe that. I want you to realize that it wasn't meant for you. That it is that simple. It wasn't meant for you. Maybe the culture of that company would have drained your soul. Maybe that client would have been a nightmare to deal with. Maybe you would have made more money, but you would have had no time or energy to actually live your life. You don't know, but you have to trust that there is something better. Your track record of surviving previous rejections proves that you are resilient, you are here, you are still standing. That alone is enough to prove that you can handle this too. Now, let's talk about everyday life rejection, because this is the sneaky one. This is the one that happens at parties, in friend groups, or even with strangers. Have you ever been in a group setting where you said something and nobody acknowledged it? Or you tried to make plans with someone you thought was your friend and they kept blowing you off? Or maybe you were at a networking event and you tried to introduce yourself to someone and they brushed you off like you were invisible? These micro rejections happen all the time, and they are so damaging because they happen so often, and they chip away at our self-esteem. Slowly, over time. I remember moving to LEA when I first started my content journey. I didn't know anyone. I was trying to make friends, trying to break into certain social circles, and there were times when I would reach out to people and they would just ignore my messages. Or I would go to an event and I'd be standing in a corner trying to talk to someone, and they would look right over my shoulder to find someone more important. It felt terrible. I would go home and ask myself, what's wrong with me? Am I not cool enough? Am I not interesting enough? And that hurt just as much, if not more, than a big breakup or a job loss, because it was so constant. It felt like the world was telling me I didn't belong. But here is what I learned about everyday rejection. Most of the time, it has absolutely nothing to do with you. I mean that. It really doesn't. When someone is rude to you or ignores you, it is usually a reflection of what is going on inside of them. They might be having a bad day, they might be insecure, they might be in their own head, or maybe you just aren't their cup of tea, and that is okay. I had to stop taking these small rejections so personally. I realized I didn't want to be friends with people who make me feel like I have to perform for them. I don't want to be in rooms where I'm not welcomed. When I stopped chasing people who didn't want me, I made so much space for the people who did. I started making real, genuine friendships with people who actually text me back, who actually want to see me, who actually care about what I have to say. And those friendships are 10 times more valuable than the superficial connections I was desperately trying to break into. So how do we actually deal with rejection across all these areas? How do we stop it from derailing our whole day, or our whole week, or our whole year? I want to give you a few actionable things that I have learned and that I use myself whenever I feel that sting of rejection. The first thing is you have to allow yourself to feel it. I think we often rush to the "it's fine" or "who cares" coping mechanisms, but that doesn't help. You are human. If you get rejected, it's going to hurt. Let it hurt. Let yourself feel sad, angry, disappointed, whatever you need to feel. If I have learned anything, it's that you have to feel it to heal it. If you suppress it, it just festers. So cry if you need to. Scream into a pillow. Write a really angry journal entry. Get it out. But give yourself a timeline. I like to give myself an hour or a day, depending on how big the rejection is, to just wallow in it. Let myself feel all the feelings. But after that, I have to get up and move on. The second thing is you cannot personalize it. I know this is the hardest part. We are so quick to think, this is happening to me because I am not good enough. But rejection is not a reflection of your worth. It is a reflection of a mismatch. It is a reflection of timing. It is a reflection of someone else's perspective. You could be the ripest, juiciest, most delicious peach in the world, and there will still be people who don't like peaches. That doesn't mean the peach is bad. It just means they prefer apples. You cannot control other people's preferences. You can only control how you respond. So when you get that no, remind yourself, this is not a verdict on my worth. This is just a sign that this specific thing wasn't for me. The third thing is, and I cannot stress this enough, look for the lesson. Every rejection is a lesson in disguise. What did that relationship teach you about what you actually need? What did that job rejection teach you about your skills? What did that social rejection teach you about who your real friends are? There is always a lesson. Always. And when you start looking for the lesson, you take the power away from the rejection. You move from victim mode to student mode. You are saying to the universe, okay, I didn't get what I wanted, but what did you want to teach me here? That is such a powerful shift. The fourth thing is detachment. You have to detach from the outcome. If you're too attached to a specific yes, you will be devastated by a no. And it's that devastation that stops us from even trying in the first place. We stay in average relationships, average jobs, average friend groups because we are so scared of the pain of rejection that we don't even take the risk. We choose the misery of the known over the uncertainty of the unknown. But I want you to think about this. The pain of regret lasts much longer than the pain of rejection. You will always regret the risks you didn't take. The yes you never asked for, the person you never approached, the dream you never chased. So you have to let go of the outcome. Just take the action. Ask for what you want. Apply for the job. Ask the person on a date. Make the new friend. Put yourself out there, but do it because it's courageous to do it, not because you are guaranteed a specific result. And when you detach, you realize that the no is just feedback. It's just information. It's just a redirection. I want you to think of rejection like a guardrail on a winding road. You are driving along and you have your GPS set for what you think is your destination. But then the road turns and you hit a guardrail. It stops you from going over a cliff. It feels jarring. It feels like a failure. But that guardrail is actually saving your life. It is keeping you from flying off the edge. And you just have to trust that the GPS knows where it's going. You might be frustrated that you had to stop or slow down, but soon enough you'll realize you were heading for a cliff. Rejection is your guardrail. There's a beautiful quote I love that says, "Rejection is just God's protection." I love that. Because when I look back at every major rejection in my life, I am so glad I got them. I am glad I got dumped by that person. I am glad I didn't get that promotion. I am glad I didn't get into that specific friend group. Because I look at where I am now and I am surrounded by people who love me. I'm doing work that fulfills me. And I'm living a life I actually enjoy. And none of that would have happened if I had gotten everything I wanted back then. I want you to practice this. The next time something falls through and you feel that initial panic and sadness, I want you to take a deep breath. Literally. Breathe in and breathe out. And say to yourself, that wasn't meant for me. And then take it a step further and say, something better is on its way. You don't have to know what that better thing is. You don't have to have a plan. Just trust that the universe or God or whatever you believe in has a better plan for you than the one you are trying to orchestrate. Because our vision is limited. We can only see the small piece of the puzzle directly in front of us, but the universe sees the whole picture. So let go of the steering wheel just a little bit. Be open to detours. Be open to plan B or plan C or plan Z. You know, one of the most powerful things I ever heard was that what is meant for you will not miss you. That has become my mantra. What is meant for you will not miss you. The right relationship will not miss you. The right career opportunity will not miss you. The right friendships will not miss you. So when you are rejected, it just means that that wasn't the right thing for you. It's so liberating. It takes all the pressure off. It helps you stop obsessing over people who don't want you and starting to appreciate the people who do. I also want to talk about the fear of rejection that happens before we even get rejected. This is the fear that keeps us small. We don't speak up in meetings because we are scared of being judged. We don't post that video because we are scared of the comments. We don't tell our partner what we actually need because we are scared they will say no. We are living our lives in this little tiny box because we are terrified of the no. But I challenge you today to start collecting no's. Seriously, go out there and get rejected on purpose. Start small. Ask for a discount somewhere. Ask a stranger a random question. Speak up in a meeting with a bold idea. Put yourself out there on social media with something vulnerable. The more you do it, the less it hurts. It's like exposure therapy. You realize that the world doesn't end. The ground doesn't swallow you up. You just get a little tougher, a little more resilient, and a lot more free. Desperation is unattractive, but confidence is magnetic. And nothing builds confidence like realizing you can survive a no. I want to leave you with a few affirmations that I use whenever I feel that sting of rejection. And I want you to say these to yourself, even if you don't believe them right now. Say them until you do. Say, rejection is just redirection. Say, I am worthy of love and success regardless of what anyone else says. Say, what is meant for me will never miss me. Say, this setback is just setting me up for a comeback. Say, I trust the timing of my life. Say, everything is working out for me. You know, I said that earlier in the intro, but it is so true. Everything is truly working out for you, even the stuff that hurts right now, especially the stuff that hurts right now. I want to hear your stories. Have you ever had a moment where a rejection in a relationship, in business, or in everyday life actually ended up being the best thing that ever happened to you? Tell me about it in the comments below. I genuinely love reading your stories, and it helps build this community where we can lift each other up. Sometimes, just reading about someone else's win after a loss can give us the hope we need to push through our own current struggles. So, from now on, I want you to look at rejection differently. I want you to actually thank the people who tell you no. I know that sounds crazy, but thank them. Thank them for not wasting your time. Thank them for keeping you on the path that is actually meant for you. Thank them for being honest. It's a lot better to get a no and move forward than to get a maybe and stay stuck in limbo. Thank you so much for sitting with me today. If this resonated with you, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on these chats we have. I hope this helped shift your perspective just a little bit. Rejection is not the end of your story. It is a plot twist that will lead you to your most beautiful chapter yet. I promise you that. Just keep going, keep believing in yourself, keep showing up. The right yes is coming, and it is going to be better than you ever could have imagined. I love you all so much. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the very next video. Bye for now.